We're going live there. And we're going live there. So we should be live on everything, according to the computer and the phones. Mute. Yeah, so you need it like full screen, then refresh that.
You need this. Oh, you need.
Yeah, like the whole. No. Like you need a full window. If I try to like compress this to fit, it doesn't work. So now we need this. Refresh. This is live now. Okay. Hi. Welcome. TikTok, same thing probably. Yep.
Why is that girl crying?
It's TikTok, bro.
Guys, we're just gonna sit here and watch TikToks while you ask us questions and not answer.
React to TikToks.
We're just gonna react to TikToks.
So yeah, what's up? Welcome. Thank you for joining us on many different social media platforms. It's crazy. It is wild. TikTok is an awful social media platform. No, I'm just kidding. It's actually quite entertaining. And I understand why people like it.
I just want to know why she's crying.
I don't know, Tom. I miss 2020 TikTok is the TikTok that has a crying person. That's the girl who dances.
Well, why was she crying?
I don't know, Tom. I don't know this person's life.
Wasn't expecting a live today. Why? It's every Wednesday at lunchtime.
So
live.
If you guys didn't know, every Wednesday at 1 p.m. we do what's called our lunchtime live.
Yeah.
And we answer your airsoft and even non-airsoft related questions.
Mainly non-airsoft related.
Yes. Most of the time it's non, which is funny. My Kythera isn't Kytheraing.
Well,
that's all you, baby.
You know what? Buy a new one.
No, don't.
Just buy a new one. Anytime something breaks, you should just buy a new one.
Don't listen to Tom.
Don't send it back. Don't do anything. Just dump more money into it. Buy a new one.
Don't
and
listen
it'll be
to
a
Tom.
Kythera again.
Don't listen to Tom.
And then when it's not Kytheraing, you just buy a new one.
No. But seriously, what with your Kythera though? What is it not? What aspect of your Kythera is not Kytheraing?
Yes.
Just tell us give us some symptoms, and we can probably help you out.
Or you can just buy a new one.
Don't buy a new one. Don't buy a new one. I wasn't expecting a live today. Yes, every day, every Wednesday,
every day.
Yeah,
we live.
Okay.
What's the most expensive airsoft gun you both own? My GBLS.
The gun itself is my Sistema.
Yeah,
your Sistema,
my GBLS.
Probably. Yeah, excluding like mags or anything like.
I'm trying to think of some of my HPA builds are actually more expensive than I don't think like with attachments and stuff. Like I'm just going off the base gun. The GBLS is the most expensive one.
Yeah.
What would be the best way to HPA my A&K M60? Go and grab any M249 HPA kit for wherever engine, whatever brand you want, and then get an M60 nozzle for it. That is the simplest answer. And if you want something that's a drop-in kit, get the 249 Fusion engine that'll drop right in, and then you just need to change the nozzle on it for an M60 like nozzle. The M60, the PKM, the PKP all pretty much use the same gearbox as long as it's from A&K. And some of the SEMA ones, use the same style gearbox and everything. Like most, how there's version 2 gearbox, it's the same kind of gearbox in those. It's just, an M60 one. The 249 uses the same one as well. There are a few different 249s from a few different companies that use like a modified version 2, like the Featherlight. That one is like basically version 2 with a weird nozzle. Yeah, just grab any M249 HPA kit and then grab an M60 like nozzle and you're good to go. And I would highly recommend grabbing a Bull Gear hop-up unit when you do that.
Yeah.
You're already taking everything apart.
I didn't know y'all had TikTok. We didn't either. Now we do.
We don't set this up, right?
I actually do set all this up.
We don't set
You're
this
the
up.
old one. I'm trying to stay modern.
He's
trying to stay
old.
with the times. No, I'm not. Tom's birthday was yesterday.
Yeah.
He's 38. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I'm 58.
Pretty much. I'm so happy you guys just shipped my tracer unit and all the other stuff I ordered. We're happy we could ship it out to you. I hope you enjoy it as much as you enjoyed it getting shipped out to you.
Yeah. Send some cool videos of it. I like seeing tracers.
Can I change my electric to HPA? Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. And you're probably still going to use electric.
Yeah, still going to use a battery. Just make sure you buy the right one. Do you guys remember the VFC 416 with the Elite Force traded fusion engine?
Oh, yeah.
That's an old...
There were not a lot of those. No. There were very few of those.
The 416C by itself is already hard to come by.
Yeah.
Let alone the fusion engine. That's very, very cool. I haven't heard about that in a long time.
No, that's a very, very old one.
Why are we buffering?
Buffer. But we can still...
Yeah, we're good. That's weird. Where are we at? Oh, perfect nozzle alignment, good seal. This is the Kythera.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Perfect nozzle alignment, good seal, good nozzle to bucking seal, and the FPS is mad low. 120 PSI on the SLP reg and not even 1 joule.
What's your barrel length?
Mm-hmm.
And what are you trying to put it in? And did you do anything to your barrel bucking hop-up setup while doing the install? I'm just trying to get some information so I can answer you accurately.
Work you through it.
Yeah.
Where are we at here?
What's up, dudes? What's up, dude?
What's a good starter gun for cheap but good? The Specna Arms.
The Specna Arms ones, I would say right now, are probably the best value buy when it comes to buying a lower priced gun. I would say those, there's not a lot in that price range that is reliable. If you want to go up about $30 more past like the Specna Core series or Flex series, then you start getting into G&Gs, you start getting into a bunch of other stuff that's very reliable. But honestly, I would tell you probably just grab the Specnas because of their quick change spring system is actually a true quick change system. You don't have to take gearbox out. You don't have to do anything like that. You can just go to your open play field for outdoor, use a spring there, go to your indoor open play, change your spring out in under a second. It's ridiculously fast. The mechanism is really smart, really cool. And that's what I mean by it's probably the best value buy because there's not another company that makes a lower priced gun that has some of the features that the Specna comes with. There's a bunch that are of just as good quality, but there's a few extra features that the Specna has that I would probably just push you to buy the Specna.
There you go. HPA over AEG. AEG is fun, but HPA is too good. They both have their pros and cons.
Yeah. So I just ran my SCAR at the field the other day. Saved my life. It was very weird using that long of a gun in how tight of a field we have because generally I run a pistol when I play at our field. And I was running that monstrosity because I have it built for outdoor play. And having the quick trigger on an HPA indoors is super nice, and having it outdoors is super nice. But there's definitely a lot of advantages to having AEGs. When you're, honestly, at an MSW is one particular case I think of where I actually would prefer an AEG just because I don't want to deal with the tank and the line and the reg. Unless I'm running 33 grams, I don't want to deal with any type of air system. So it's just another thing to go down, whereas I have no air fill probably in the game. So, certain games, I definitely don't want HPA because AEG I swap a battery out and it's back up and running. But there's a lot of times I prefer HPA. I love my HPA guns.
Yeah, it's a good time, and they're quite reliable. So for the Kythera, real quick.
Yeah.
Do y'all have Polar Stars?
Yes. Many.
Yes, we have many Polar Stars.
Many Polar Stars. Bipolar Stars.
And then 300 millimeter inner barrel. I used the same hop-up setup, and all I did was change my SSG gearbox to my Kythera. My SSG gearbox got 1.3 joules, and when the Kythera went in, FPS went bye-bye.
I'm wondering if your nozzle is interfacing weird with your bucking. And
he said he has a good seal.
No, but what I'm thinking is like, so when you had your SSG and your AEG, your nozzle, an AEG nozzle is not exactly the same as the metal nozzle that the Kythera is using. There's a lot more play in an AEG nozzle that oftentimes actually helps with consistency and consistent sealing because it kind of settles into place.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas a Kythera in particular has a very rigid nozzle. It doesn't move around a lot. And when it does move around, it needs to move in a very specific way for it to work properly. That's why nozzle alignment is very, very important with HPAs. The Kythera in particular is very rigid. So what I would say is you might want to just, it's going to sound really weird, add an O-ring between your hop up and your gearbox to see if it's too, like it's going too far into your bucking, just to give it a little bit of space to see if that's the problem. If your FPS immediately goes up, then you know, oh, okay, so it's over protruding just by a hair maybe, and now you're getting low FPS because it's past those bucking lips, you're not getting the same resistance, so now it's just kind of pushing it out without any resistance. It's kind of like firing with the hop up completely off. Sometimes, a lot of times, you need just a touch of resistance to actually get that full seal. So I would try that trick, and if it seems like it helps, then you might need to get a slightly shorter nozzle for the gun you have. It might just be a different type of setup that your AEG had, that it's just not a good fit tolerance-wise. So I would try that first, and if that doesn't work, then we can go down the rabbit hole of a few other things. Honestly, what I would say, try that. If it's not working out, hit us up in the email chain with a few videos if you can of it shooting, and some videos of your nozzle alignment and specifically how it looks down the feed tube, so I can kind of see some stuff with my eyeball. And
eyeballs are helpful.
Eyeballs are helpful. Please wear safety protection so you can keep those. Yes, shameless plug for safety eye pro. Yeah, let's see if it helps. If it doesn't, let's get you on the email chain and let's try and get you some more in-depth help through the email chain. Emails are probably a lot better with a lot of these technical questions, but try and help wherever we can. How long does it take to get an order shipped? Also MPA. So generally, you place the order online, and if it gets processed the next day, because generally we get a ton of orders come in at night, and so we do that.
We run a list every morning at 8 a.m. So if you were 7 a.m. to 8 a.m.
Yeah.
So if you were to order on, say, a Tuesday at noon, it would ship Wednesday. It would get processed in the morning.
Yeah.
You go out Wednesday, unless it's a custom build. If it's a custom build, there's a lead time.
Yeah, we have to build it.
And if you're in PA, if you're like all the way east PA,
sorry about that anyways.
Probably 2 days max. But if you're within usually a day or two.
Yeah, shipping times are very fast for if you're in PA. Because you're within a 6-hour driving radius of us, so your shipping times are only going to be like a day or two, no matter what you get as far as the shipping method. As far as the processing time for us to process your order and ship it out, that could be a day or two, as long as it's
same
not
day
or same day, so long as it's not a custom HPA build
or a line
Sometimes we do run 2 lists, especially when we have high volumes like this. We are having some staff in and out of the office right now, though, because it is the holiday season, so people are taking different times off to be with their family and stuff. So there might be some fluctuations with that right now.
But expect a day or two if you're in PA.
Yeah.
And then, do you guys sell ammunition with the gun, or do you have to buy it too? Most airsoft guns don't come with BBs that we'd recommend using.
Don't use the BBs.
Yeah.
Come with your gun.
Sometimes if they're an Elite Force gun,
if it's an Elite Force gun and it's one of those packages,
a higher end gun.
Yeah.
If it's pretty colors, don't use it.
Don't ever use colored BBs unless it's like tracer.
Yeah. 9 times out of 10, just throw them out and spend $9 on a bottle of like 2Os or something.
Please.
Yeah. So it's usually a couple extra bucks, but you're gonna want some extra BBs too, because you're gonna burn through the little.
You're going to burn through that in 10 seconds.
Yeah. You open a brand new airsoft gun, and the first thing you do is you want to shoot it.
Yeah, and it's gone.
Yeah. So, all right. I'll definitely try that with the Kythera. Thanks so much.
Yeah.
Absolutely, bro. If you have any other questions, shoot us an email.
Cool.
Hi. Hello. Welcome to the live. I just got a Fusion engine. We love the Fusion engine. It's a fantastic engine. What gun are you putting it into? Because that's my favorite thing.
How do I start building an HPA SSG1?
Use our custom builds page on the website.
Yeah. If you want to build it yourself, go into depth on that. But if you are looking to have it built, just go on our website. There is a whole page for the SSG1. You can put everything together, and we'll build it for you.
And you can add barrels, buckings, triggers, safety, or hair tunes.
Yep. Yeah, we can build it all out for you, whatever you want,
yeah.
And it'll have a warranty with it. So if something happens, we will take care of it for you. If you want to build it yourself, look up any M4 tutorial on HPAing something. There's a lot of videos on YouTube. There's a lot of very knowledgeable videos on YouTube about HPAing. Just look up any M4 one because it is based off of an M4. There's a few little things that you do differently with it because of battery space concerns and stuff.
Yeah.
But realistically, just go look at an M4 video. If you can find a G&G combat machine video, that would be very, very close to how you would do it. So that would be what I would recommend to look up.
All right, I'll definitely try that. Yep, and then I ordered Christmas morning. It's not shipped yet. Yeah, so it would have probably went out yesterday or today. So that 1 to 2 day.
Yeah, if it's not shipped today, it's because everybody was off for Christmas, and then we had to process every single order that came in from Friday up into Christmas Day. So basically, we might be a few days behind right now because we're dealing with 4 days there. So you might be a day or two behind. It really depends, just because of the large amount of orders that did come in on Christmas. So our guys are working on it right now. The girls over in shipping are working on it right now. It should get out to you very shortly. Yeah.
Just remember, it is the craziest time of the year for every business and shipping company. So
it's crazy right now. It's crazy right now.
Do you all know Airsoft Junkies? It's my local shop.
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, we were just down at an event with them at the Centurion event.
Yeah, they build some crazy toy guns.
Yeah, if you guys want good HPA stuff built, we do HPA builds. Junkies does some cool HPA builds as well.
Yeah.
If you guys are in the local area, definitely shop locally, please.
Yeah,
because
support your local guys.
Really does help.
Hello, brothers and sisters. Hello.
Hi.
I put the Fusion engine of VFC Mark 18. Beautiful, beautiful.
That's a really
Terry would be proud.
Yeah, that's a very good combination.
You guys ordered a bunch of stuff for my jack. Well, I ordered it yesterday. Well, thank you for ordering. The jack. I love my jack. It's such a good engine. I don't know. There's something about single solenoids that just are a lot of fun to own.
Yeah, no, because they're simple. They just run. You don't want to tune them because they don't have a lot of the tunability. So you don't even kind of want to think about it, and then you just kind of just use it. It works.
Yeah. Great Lakes, hello. Always a pleasure seeing you in the live stream.
What's up, buddy?
How would you go about an HP unit on the Keltec RDB?
Oh, the bullpup Keltec. Can you actually look up the gearbox for me? Because I was looking into this about a month ago. Because we got a Keltec RDB, and then
What in God's green earth is this thing?
It's like Keltec's bullpup. See if you can look at the gearbox.
I don't know what this is.
It's an RDB. Basically, it's Keltec's version of Tavor.
Yeah, I can see that. I don't know. There's going to be an image. Oh, goodness.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, this guy's HPA one.
So go to the gearbox.
I mean, looks like a standard Burger 2 cylinder
so
set.
you would just probably pop the unit into the cylinder set area, and then you might need to wire to the existing trigger, and use a universal trigger board. So you could just wire right into it and just control with the FCU. Any bullpup stuff, don't even look at mechanical systems for it because they're not designed to deal with the bullpup trigger system. The bullpup behind me does have a Kythera in it, yes, but just don't try and deal with that. It is one of the most headache-inducing builds I've ever done. But yeah, with the RDB, I would say most installs for weird guns go pretty much like get a universal board so it fits, and then probably wire it into the existing trigger contacts so you don't have to redo all that. And then you need a micro switch that you can grab generally with a few different universal kits. Wire that into like the cutoff lever or whatever is already existent there to control the fire selector area in the mechanical system of the gearbox. And then you should have full functionality. I'm making this very simple. Well, it gets very hard.
Kirby from Odin's Paradise apparently has done this already.
Oh yeah, reach out to them.
So Odin's Paradise on Instagram. They're a field over in Norwalk, Ohio.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Sounds right. It's Ohio. But look up Odin's Paradise. He could probably help you. Kirby's an awesome dude and very, very knowledgeable.
He's like one of the nicest people on the planet.
Correct. Just ordered a bunch of stuff for my Jack. Well, I ordered yesterday. Do you know how long it will probably take using SurePost?
He's in Maryland.
If I ordered yesterday and selected SurePost, how long do you think it would
take? It might be shipping out. Honestly, there's probably going to be a day or two delay for us to process. Like I was saying earlier in the video, because of the Christmas buying, we had orders come from Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. We were off on Monday for Christmas. And so then Tuesday, we began processing all 4 of those days of orders. And so we have to get through that whole log of orders before they go out. Now, I know we have been working literally all day yesterday, all day today to try and get those orders out to you guys as fast as possible. But do recognize it is the holiday season and we have a giant amount of orders and they will be getting out to you guys as fast as possible. But we also have some people that are also out because they are spending time with their family during this time as well. So we're going to get them out as fast as we can. Maryland should be a very quick ship.
Yeah, once it gets out of here.
Yeah.
So I'd say a day or 2 days once it ships is my guess.
Yeah.
So assuming UPS and USPS does their job.
Yeah.
So we love Christmas time. Junkies built the Mark 18 for that fusion engine.
Oh, cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It probably shoots like a dream. Probably Mark 18 with fusion engine.
Yeah, it's just like one of the most best builds you can do.
Cool. And then jumping between platforms here. Epic, thank you guys. Absolutely. Good luck with your RDB. I had to go back to your other comment to look at what that thing was called.
Yeah, if you got any issues with it, email in and I'll see if I can give you some more pointers and stuff. I was very oversimplifying. Those are all the basic parts. You are going to definitely have to do some work to cut out an area for the line to come out for the air, make sure everything interfaces properly. Doing stuff with bullpups or weird guns, you need to be a little bit creative when you're running everything, but that's the general setup, I would say.
Best pistol for under $175. AAPO1.
I think the Elite Force clock is also.
No, it's $193 after tax. Another one on top of my head.
Wow. All right. Yeah, the AAPO1.
AAPO1 is the best bang for your buck if you don't care what your gun looks like.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
And
if you do like what your gun looks like, I have an APO1. It's one of my favorite pistols that I use. I don't like how it looks. I'm not into Lugers, but it shoots crazy good, and that's why I use it.
Yeah. But yeah, that'd be my suggestion. Or an Elite Force 1911 TAC. They're also really good, under 175.
Yep. If we're talking best, it's going to be the APO1, but also the Hater is very under $175. I would grab that because they are fun. They are stupid fun. 1911 TAC, yep.
Yeah, the 1911 TAC is legit. It's kind of like, it's so robust. The weight, and remember when those things came out?
Oh, yeah.
Drop this in this, slid it across this.
I use it as a hammer because I could.
The 1911 TAC is made by Elite Force.
Yeah.
So Elite Force 1911 TAC. There's a tan one. There's a black one. There's a gray one. There's a couple. So yeah, should be around the 150, 160 range. Elite Force, yes. Have you ever heard of Replay Airsoft? It's my local field.
I've heard of Replay Airsoft. I've never been to it.
A couple years ago, one of our old techs went down. Luke played there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's a video on our YouTube channel actually of him playing there. He had a good time. I've never been personally, but yeah, he had a good time down there.
Yeah.
So, Tom, you're back.
Yes, I'm back.
He lives with the bomber jacket.
Yeah. Oh, I had that meeting last week.
Yeah, you were in the office. You were just busy as heck.
Yeah, I was just crazy busy because of the holidays.
Jack versus F2 to go into the Scum Customs HPA'd MP9. I'm ordering an engine for it.
F2. Like if
F2.
If there's not a money decision to be made here, then you just do the F2.
Yeah.
Because just you have way more adjustability with it. There's no reason to not get an F2 unless you're trying to save some money.
Yeah.
Or you want a very simple system. Like you don't want to mess with it. If you don't want to mess with it, then go with the simpler system, which is a single solenoid, which is the Jack.
I don't know. Even if there's really no way to justify not doing it unless money is the thing.
Yeah.
So, I just ordered the SLP starter bundle. I'm so excited. Fantastic.
Thank you.
What colored line did you get? I probably made it this morning. So, lots of lines went out today. The enlists were hard at work.
Dude, you guys.
Sheathen lines.
Yeah, you guys are just pumping out
Yes.
lines.
But yeah, what color was it? Probably made it today. Hey. It's like the Miles Morales meme into the Spider-Verse.
Hey.
Good, I'm glad you got it. It's a great meme.
Hey.
Whoa, computer. Don't break on me. I hate Max. Actually, don't hate Max. I really don't need that much. Tom, you're back. We got a semi today, as in a truck.
Okay. Why?
Big trug. Also, would you guys ever sell nocturne housings?
We do.
We already do.
On the website.
Steps ahead.
Go grab one.
Go buy one right now.
Go grab it right now.
You could leave the live, buy one, come back and tell us you bought one.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty.
That would be crazy.
That'd be epic.
Go do it.
Hauls corn. Truck hauls corn.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You can use the corn to power your truck to haul the corn.
It's an endless cycle. It's like a human being. Corn goes in and comes out the same way. You just keep eating corn. You're endless supply.
No.
Yeah, it's the same mentality.
No.
Yes.
No.
I only recommend Lancer Tactical and G&Gs. They seem like the only gearboxes that are moddable.
What way?
Yeah, you can modify anything.
Yeah.
That's the thing. There are
angle grinders and Dremel wheels are very good at modifying things.
And I'll just say, with the modern technology of 3D printing and CNC machines and businesses that are literally based around give us your design and we design it and then make it and ship it out to you. Yeah. So you can literally create anything you want.
Yeah.
So you can take something as far as you're willing to take it. There's a lot of other brands that you can modify.
Yeah, there's a ton. Are there any gearboxes that you can mod Vulcan, Elite Force, and so on? Yes, pretty much every single gearbox can be modified.
Correct.
And that's why you can put HPA systems in pretty much anything, is because they just take the place of the cylinder set.
Yeah.
So yeah, any gearbox can be modified, even the crazy ones the.
There are some parts that fit into things that shouldn't fit.
Yeah.
Let's just say that.
The Vector, the original AEG Vector by Crytek, is one of the craziest gearboxes I've ever seen, and you can still put an HPA engine in it.
Yeah. I saw one question. I just wanted. Should I paint it or have it hydro dipped? Paint everything. Rattle can the world. Yeah, paint it.
I would paint it.
Don't hydro dip.
Just my personal take. Unless you're trying to do a really crazy thing, you're trying to go for a crazy camo and you want it done really right, then go hit up my dude at Row Customs and he'll just do it right for you.
You could, yes.
I would have it done by him because he makes a very, very durable paint job too. Or rattle can the world, and when it starts to wear off, just re-rattle can it.
Yeah, it looks better in my opinion. I think rattle can is genuine. You can put your own. Each rattle can job is 100% unique. There is no 2 identical rattle can guns in the world?
You're gonna make like a platform.
Think about that.
You're gonna make like a platform. I stand for rattle can paint jobs around the world.
There are no 2 alike.
No 2 alike.
Exactly. These might look similar, but they're not. They're not the same. Anyway, hot take: Miles has a better character development versus Peter Parker. I agree.
I think Miles has a very good character development. I think Peter Parker's story has been around for so long that people are bored of it. That's my hot take.
I mean, understandable.
Yeah.
Anyway, where are we? What gas AR-10 with around 16-inch barrel would y'all recommend? Does that exist?
You mean like you're talking like a 308?
I mean, an AR-10.
You're talking basically like a 308 gas, like a GBBR.
Yeah.
I don't even know off the top of my head what I would recommend you for Airsoft.
You'd have to shoot us an email at sales@airsoft, and then we can do some digging for you.
Yeah, because like there's not a lot of 308 gas guns that aren't like a bolt action or
an AK or an M4.
Yeah, I mean there's some weird ones.
Scars.
There's some scars. There's
a lot.
There's a lot, but there's not I don't know if there's a really big AR-10 one.
I think the closest you might be able to get is like an SR-25.
Yeah,
is my guess.
Yeah, and I mean you probably would have to get that and then get a shorter barrel for it to have a 16-inch barrel if it didn't come with a 16-inch barrel.
Mm-hmm. Is M4 overrated a little bit?
Yeah,
but this is another thing. With recently watching a lot of old movies that like were super trendy, I ain't even going to be ashamed to say this. Like recently watching Twilight, and everyone always ragged on Twilight. You know, it's like, oh, stupid. Everyone's into it. Like, oh, vampires. Like everyone was so like hyped on it. People were like, I ain't watching that crap because it's like everyone's into it. And then when you rewatch it later, you realize like, oh, there was a reason this was like super popular. That was just the first example I could think of. But that applies to a lot of things. So when you think about it, yes, M4s are overrated because everyone uses them and they're everywhere. But there's a reason that they are so popular. They are a good platform, and they will always remain a good platform. But
I'm not sold on the Twilight part. No, I'm not. I don't because I'm not sold on the Twilight part. But I do get what you're saying.
That's
I just
great
want to make
analogy.
fun of
I think
Twilight.
that's a fan. You can make fun of me all you want. It was great. I enjoyed it. I ain't even gonna sit here and lie. Why would I lie about that? I watched. We watched all of them, start to finish, and I loved it. I was like involved. I was angry when it was over. That's how much I enjoyed it, and I don't care. I really don't care.
I've never liked those movies.
Have you ever watched them?
Yeah, I've watched all of them.
Twilight is not based.
Thank you, Ann.
That's not even
I didn't even need to look at it.
Ann didn't even say that. Oh, Twilight is based? Question mark. I don't know. I thought it was great, but it helped my analogy for this question. So I'm gonna go with
but for the M4, our M4's overdone. I wouldn't say they're overdone. I would say they are the most common for a very, very good reason, which is that they are the most common used in pretty much every military around the world, other than an AK. And people buy what they see, what they like to look at, what they want to, because basically we're copying military, right? So everybody wants a copy of what they see, which is an M4. Mm-hmm. Is it overdone? Yeah, because it's the most prevalent. It's the most prevalent gun in the world.
Correct.
But can you have a unique gun?
The AK might actually be the most prevalent.
In the world, I would say the AK is actually more prevalent than the M4. But in English-speaking countries and
we'll stick to the United States.
Our customer base.
Yes, the M4 and an Airsoft. Yeah. I think the version 2 just is more popular.
The version 2 is more popular. Yeah, I like the version 3 better.
I agree. I love working on version 3.
The only thing I don't like about the version 3 is how the selector interfaces.
What do you mean? It's foolproof.
No, because sometimes the pot metal that the selector's made out of can wear away over time as you take it on and off.
Jeez. How often do you take anything apart?
I mean, a lot.
No,
I break my things.
Yeah, you did. The more messy the paint is, the better. Agreed. Rattle can is based. Sure. Are GBP rifles with CO2 mags worth the time and money? Probably not for most people.
No, what? No. If you're doing anything with GBB rifles, make your mag CO2.
Well, yes, but I'm saying, is it worth doing? Like the overall package.
Yes, if it's a GHK.
If you have to go into GBBs with a mindset. You can't go into it like, this is going to rock and roll like my AEG.
Yes, but using CO2 definitely gets you way more reliability than green gas ever will.
Correct.
With the GBB.
Correct. But you will always have GBB performance and GBB malfunctions.
Yes.
Forever and ever.
Yeah. My thing though is
set your mindset right and you'll have a great time.
Yeah. I think, is it worth the time and money? I definitely think it's worth the time. I think you basically have this is a really good example of it actually.
Correct.
If you have a gas blowback and you want to be serious and competitive while using a gas blowback, yes, you almost, in my opinion, have to have CO2.
Oh, 100%.
If you
green gas is garbage,
want to hate your life and deal with every malfunction and be upset that the guy who's shooting at you has an AG or an HPA.
Oh, you're gonna get walked by dudes with HPA.
And
just kidding, you're not.
Yeah.
No, you're not. You can outplay anybody.
You can. No, you can. That's a different discussion.
Yeah, we're not
but I would say if you're trying to be serious and use it consistently and use it a lot, get CO2. It will be worth it in the long run if you're gonna get serious about running a GBB.
Yes.
Rifle.
Yeah.
And that goes for pistols too if you're doing outdoor stuff. Indoor stuff, it's way less important.
Reject M4, embrace.
Carry handle quad rail.
Okay.
That is an M4.
Good movie to base futuristic guns off of. The creator of Hulu, and it's a good movie. Where are we at? Did I miss something?
Reject M4, embrace the Sturmgewehr.
By that logic, I would want a spear, but I definitely don't.
Yeah. Jordan, spears are awesome. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, spears are pretty cool. GHK was right up until they weren't, coming from a GHK user.
I know what point you're talking about, and I agree. There was like a point.
WeTex.
I mean, you know,
I think WeTex are right.
I think WeTex, as far as a brand goes for you getting into GBB use, I think WeTex actually probably one of the best ones because you have the most aftermarket support with WeTech because there's so many third-party guys that make stuff for the WeTech system.
Spec.
Yeah, and so I mean, I would argue that as much as I do think there's better out-of-box gas blowbacks than WeTech branded ones, I actually think owning a WeTech as a gas blowback is not really one of the worst things you can own because there's so much aftermarket support. It's like a high cap.
Yeah. I'm lost on the Twilight stuff. Good. We don't need to dig that one back up. Are y'all going to do a New Year's sale? Yes. We will do a New Year's sale. I think it starts Friday.
Yeah, probably.
So, yeah, New Year's sale. Get ready. Spend that Christmas money. Where we at? Polar Star, Titan, or Wolverine. I think they're all fantastic.
Polar Star, Titan, or Wolverine? That's a very new question to ask.
Well, technically the Titan's the Pulsar.
No, I get that. But normally it's Redline or Mancraft or something else.
Usually that's Wolverine or Polar Star.
Yeah, that's true.
So this is actually nice.
Yeah.
They're all good. You really can't go wrong with either of them. In my opinion. The cool thing, this is a crazy aspect to it, is if the biggest thing in my eyes, benefit-wise, is the optical sensors on the Pulsar.
Yes.
You can't break a button that doesn't exist.
So here's my thing. Wolverine also uses optical sensors on the MTW. If you want a really good pre-built gun that's not at a custom shop, buy a Wolverine MTW. They're one of the best things you could ever buy as far as an HPA rifle goes. If you want one of the best triggers on the market, buy the Titan. If you want some of the most features out of an HPA system, buy a Polar Star because they have the F2 and the Fusion engine.
Correct.
That's how I would classify them. I think
grab the super quiet and get an Inferno.
The Inferno is like
So
deadly quiet. It's kind of
quiet.
crazy. What I would do I'd grab the Titan 2 from Gate, and then I would put it with an F2 or an Inferno.
Yep.
That way I have all the features that the Gate has.
Yeah.
And then I have the tried and true engines that are really, really good.
Correct. Where we at? Let me see. Would spray painting my gun be a bad idea? Absolutely not.
No, so long as you do it right.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Tape off any way for paint to get into your barrel. So insert a magazine.
Yep.
Stuff the end of the barrel. Cover any like dust covers. If you have an AK, make sure you do the trigger on everything. And then anything that you want that moves. So like a buffer tube. If you want the whole buffer tube painted, pull it out or close it, whatever. Just think about it. Like this shotgun, for instance, I closed off the spot where the shells go in at the bottom.
Yeah.
And then this up here, you'll notice that the key mod isn't painted because behind the key mod, it's lubricated, and that's where the track rides when you pump the shotgun. I didn't want paint on there, and I couldn't tape it behind it, so I just had to not paint it.
Don't create malfunctions, basically.
Yeah. So it's not a bad idea, absolutely not. If you're like working on a gun and you have it disassembled, that could be a good time to paint it.
Yeah.
But really just tape off any way for paint to get into the gun and you'll be good to go.
Yeah. Should I HPA an SSG-1 or an ARP-9? Do you like M4 mags or do you like 9mm mags? Answer that question.
Do you like silly front ends? Colorful, silly front ends.
They both have those.
ARP?
Yeah, ARP-9's coming up.
Compared to an SSG-1, which one has a goofier front end? SSG-1's a tube.
That's a hard decision.
Yeah, shut up. You know it's an easy decision. I'd like the spear if the NCX design wasn't so intently
flawed.
Yeah, flawed. However, on GBBs at this point, the MWS system is superior to GHK. The argument can be made that GHK is more realistic. Yes, the Tokyo Marui system is fantastic.
Jordan, what's your take on the VFC system? Because I would argue...
Is that KWA?
No. The VFC OEM GBB.
The 416 is a KWA, though.
No.
Yeah, it is.
The 416, like, from VFC?
Oh, from Elite Force, who usually uses VFC.
Yes, but...
Are you talking about VFC gas flex?
Oh, okay. VFC.
Disregard what I said.
What's your take on VFC's gas flowback system compared to the MWS? Because I would agree with you that the MWS is actually a superior system to GHK's.
Yeah.
Moderately. But I actually think VFC's might be even better for just a few very tiny reasons. But I don't know. What's your take on it, Jordan?
What's the best LMG build?
249 Para. Or an RPK 16, but that's kind of becoming a contention point.
Yeah.
249 Para. All day.
PKM.
Not for Airsoft.
I like the PKM.
I love it.
The PKM, not the PKP.
Not for Airsoft. Eat both of them, not for Airsoft.
I think PKM's awesome.
If the rule set is to enhance me having an MMG, oh no, they're great.
But yeah, okay, if we're talking Milsim West, build a freaking HPA PKP and shoot 550 FPS.
Exactly.
There you go.
All day. But if I'm talking about like what do I want to run around with in an Airsoft game? I want to run around with the shortest thing that carries a box bag that I can HPA tap. That's a 249 Para.
It'd be an RPK 16 then.
Yeah. I don't like the mags on the RPK 16.
It's literally an AK mag.
I know, but I think the 249s feed better.
I do not.
I like it.
Directly into the hobby unit versus a tube. Absolutely, every day.
The bull gears are good.
And there's a bull gear insert for the RPK 16.
I know.
I know.
Yeah.
Me.
Actually, the MG36 is a very good choice. Actually, that's the only LMG I've ever
MG42. That thing does shoot lasers, bro. Alphonse built that thing out like crazy. I'm gonna give him credit on that one. Don't do an MG42.
Don't do an MG42. Don't ask us to do an MG42.
What's the FG42? Isn't that an LMG?
Yeah.
Those things are sick.
Yeah.
World at War.
Oh, yeah.
It sounded crazy in Call of Duty. On zombies, when you pack a punch that thing, it's crazy. Chopped PKM is based. There you go.
Chopped RPD is.
Yeah, there's one we forgot about. E-House, get in here. Where is it?
That is actually one of my favorite looking guns. The chopped RPD just looks so iconic.
Oh, it's dope. It's super dope. Why do companies make the worst PDW stocks?
It's a great question,
I don't know.
It's a great question.
Top 10 unanswered questions. What's behind y'all?
Different airsoft guns.
Many different toy guns.
Toy guns, all toys.
If you'd like to see a specific one, let me know. I had a VFC M110K GBBR and I hated it. The VFC feels great, but the quality long term is mid. The feed lip design is better. However, the gas efficiency is subpar compared to the MWS, which is crucial. Overall, the mag design is good, but the quality of the stock guns are eh.
Okay.
So there you go.
Okay.
Hey, I'm glad you are able to back up your
that's why
hypothesis.
I love it when you guys hop in because like it's a very nice back and forth that we can have.
Well, the other thing too is it's real feedback.
Yeah.
From like, we can't get on the field with every single airsoft gun that exists as much as I wish I could. You just can't. So it's great to actually hear.
Kurt, buy us one of everything.
Tom's Tabor Kythera is hella based. It's hella cursed.
It's pretty cursed.
Yeah, it's awful.
But thank you. I love it.
It's super cool.
That is my favorite build I've ever done.
Yeah, it's definitely super cool. Best budget GBBR. Those words do not like each other.
No.
To be completely honest with
no.
you. We Tech, though, is probably going to be
I would say it would be a very
best.
big coin toss between the LM4 from KWA and the We Anything M4 because of the aftermarket support that you can make them run really well. But the LM4s do run very well by themselves. I highly, highly recommend you spend money on a good GBBR, though, if you're getting into the GBBR game. Yeah. That is all. Look up Bada Bing pictures on YouTube. He does a lot of gas blowback rifle reviews. He does very in-depth stuff. He basically specializes in it. Look him up on YouTube. He's very, very knowledgeable. He's based in the UK. Very good. Anvil Airsoft also is another one. Based in the UK guy. Does a lot of coverage of GBBRs because it's very, very big over there.
Yeah. Also, where you live, it always needs to come into account.
Yeah.
If you live where it's always cold, probably not good. Lewis Gun is based. Lewis Gun. What's something you don't ever hear? You might have a better experience with the EMG SEMA MWS clones. Stay away from the Double Eagle, Golden Eagle GBBRs, though. There you go.
Yes.
So there's another option for you.
Yeah.
Read reviews, watch videos, and don't just watch videos of people who are like, here's this gun.
Here's a gun.
Plink, plink, plink. It's great.
I like it.
Look for someone who's like, yeah, I've used this thing for like a year.
I threw this thing in a pond, froze it, did a whole in-depth as to what broke.
Yeah.
Find that person.
Yeah, absolutely. Thoughts on Wolverine engines?
Great.
They are good.
They're honestly
quiet.
Yeah, they're probably one of the quietest engines.
My favorite thing about them.
Yeah.
And they shoot really well.
Yeah.
Should I get an Airsoft Scar?
Yes. And if you get it and don't like it, let me know because I need the stock off of it.
Yeah, Scars are cool. Yeah, I've felt that AEGs just aren't the move, and we can't deal with the expense of repairs. Get what you get. Oh, that's to the Scar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks. You're welcome. Thank you for being in our live.
Yeah, no, I mean,
it means the world.
AEGs are becoming more of a move.
They're getting better.
They're getting a lot better. They're getting a lot more feature rich. They're getting a lot more reliable. They're getting a lot more competitive with the performance of HPA. HPA performance is very hard to beat because of just how the systems are designed. They just put a ton of air down the barrel, and it's great. It's great for performance. Yeah, AEGs. I mean, AEGs. I think nowadays are actually quite competitive with any of the things. Mm-hmm. But if you're looking for a very realistic thing, you're not getting any more realistic than GBBR. You just aren't, unless you're trying to spend crazy amounts of money on a GBLS. And even that, compared to shooting a GBBR, it is the closest AEG you will ever shoot to a GBBR. I will say that, but it's still not exactly the same. No.
Just stopping by for a minute to show love. Work is kicking my butt. Be safe and have a great day. You too, my friend. That's a great service.
Good luck,
we
bud.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Where we at? Sponsored gun videos are typically biased. Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
They're biased. But like I said, if you watch some guys, there's a lot of YouTube guys who, especially in our community, are very blunt and to the point, and they say their opinion. They don't care about saying their opinion, especially in our community. And you can find some very knowledgeable people too. You don't want somebody who's just there to like crap on the gun either.
Right.
There's some guys who do very, very in-depth videos and very knowledgeable videos.
There's a difference between being honest and unrealistic.
Yes.
Like, yeah. At the end of the day, these are freaking toys.
These are smooth bore, low power toys.
Yeah, I always have to like people. I just see so much like, why is this like this? And it's like it's not real.
It's not.
So you have to find someone who's willing to view it from a.
Grand Thumb put it the best in his video that he did on an MSW, which is, are they good indoors compared to using a real gun indoors, like for training? Yes, they are very good for that. Outdoors, no. There's like no comparison on what they do. They are so different on how a real firearm works, the effective range of that compared to an airsoft gun. They're so different, a completely different world.
Very cool, nonetheless.
Yeah.
What's a GBLS?
GBLS is a really nice airsoft gun. It's a very, very nice, mainly M4 is what they make. They're about $1,500 to $1,700 gun. They have a fully built out mechanical system that actually operates like a real gun would, where it has a bolt carrier group that is the piston. It pulls back and then it slams forward, loads a round, and fires that round, and then does the whole thing over again using a gearbox and motor as well.
I'd highly recommend looking up a video too. I'm going to do this is my favorite way to describe it to anybody. AEG and a gas blowback
had a baby. Yeah, that's what it is.
The bees and what do they say?
The birds and the bees.
Birds and the bees, and GBLS was born.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's exactly it. It's basically, I mean, that's exactly it. Look up a video on it. They're very cool. They are very expensive. I would not recommend that if you're trying to get a training rifle, unless you're trying to get something that's really cool and fun. I really love mine. It's honestly one of my favorite guns to run. I always love running it. They're very expensive. I don't know if I would have paid full price for mine. I got mine used.
They're very cool. Yeah, I mean, look it up. You'll see what we're talking about. You can understand why it's really, really cool, but you can understand why not a lot of people own them. They're expensive.
They're very expensive.
Yeah, but they're cool. What are you laughing at?
Oh no, I could feel Anthony typing. You brought up GT.
This is my SEMA AK. I paid $200 for it. It spent 2 years in a car trunk and has been used and abused. It still outshoots a lot of new guns, and I still love it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I have a SEMA AK that lives in a bag. Doesn't see the light of day until it's an emergency. It always works.
It just works. SEMA AKs are like, I think the only thing that could break a SEMA AK is the BBs that come with the SEMA AK.
Or like a tree if you run into it.
Yeah, or a tree, yeah.
Yeah. It's either like bad ammunition or like physical abuse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
AN-94. We need an airsoft AN-94. Yeah.
We need to listen to Vic and tell people that you always need to buy good seamless BBs.
Yes, please.
That's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
It'll make any gun shoot better. End of the day. Every time. Which is the best budget AEG? We talked about it a little earlier in the video. Look up Specna Arms.
Yeah, right now that's the best value buy, I would argue.
Is it safe to take the amped SLP when there's still air in the tank. So what I would recommend that you do is if you have your tank and then your SLP on top, plug your line into your regulator like you normally do, and then twist the green cap on your SLP to the left, lefty-loosey, and then leave about a 1/4 inch gap of the cap touching the black UFA, and then you will disconnect your line and reconnect your line and disconnect your line. And then that will depressurize the regulator, and you can spin it right off.
Yep.
Yep. But you're not going to like hurt anything, but it is very recommended to depressurize the regulator, then take it off your tank.
It's very tight if you don't do that. It's not going to hurt anything.
You don't want to damage your threads either.
Yeah. So just do it that way. It's a lot easier, safer, and it's, better for longevity of the parts.
The only thing that can break a SEMA AK are the BBs that come with the SEMA AK. That needs to be a quote. I'm kind of jealous that you said that. That's really good. That's funny as hell. SEMA AKs with gas station flashlight electrical tape to the handguard based. Absolutely. That is like the most OG looking thing ever. Why don't more companies make GBBR carry handle uppers when they are so popular right now? It comes
in waves,
and it takes a lot of time for a manufacturer to create something new, even if it's old. You know what I mean? Like a company can't just like boom, new mold, we're good. We're not testing this. We're sending it out.
Yeah, so
give it some time.
Yeah, the longest thing with manufacturing, especially with toy guns and the toy industry in general, is building a mold. And that costs a lot of money and a lot of development to make sure the tolerances are right. It holds up to the heat when you're casting something. So there is a lot of effort that goes into that. So that's generally why.
Put that on a shirt. All right.
The fact that Anthony is the only one saying base now is concerning.
It's a trend.
It's
spreading.
Jordan, control your man.
You guys, the comment section is free reign.
Jordan, come get your man.
Would be a good recommendation, a new gun for new players. Specna Edge or SEMA AK? Thank you.
Oh, wow.
I like Doritos 547. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, the Specna Edge 2.0 is going to be hard for me to not recommend unless you want a specific style of gun over an M4. And that's because it's just under like $380. So you're talking about a higher price point, like we're talking about Crytex and VFCs in that level. But you get a high torque motor already. You get an actual quick change spring system for when you change from outdoor and indoor. You get a flat hop build already out of the box, which nobody else is doing that right now. There's a few companies that are doing these like PDIW hold style buckings. Those are good, but nobody's doing a flat hop. They are. You get a lot of features on a nice metal body for about the same amount of money you would spend with a different company. It's very hard for me to not recommend them. They basically sell themselves.
Yeah. Good stuff. Well, it's 2:01.
Oh, wow.
You've spent 1 hour with us on Instagram. And guess what? I'm going to do it again next week.
Yeah.
So for you guys who don't know or are new here, we do this every week for an hour. We answer your questions, and we love to do it.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for stopping in this week. And join us next week at 1 o'clock on a Wednesday during your lunch break for Airsoft stuff at our Lunchtime Live.
Hope you guys all have a very good holiday right now.
Happy New Year.
If you didn't get anything,
I'm going to do it, Tom.
No.
We'll see you guys next year.
No.
Thanks for watching.
Bye. Thanks. Love you all.
I don't even know how to end half of these.
I'm going to sit here and cringe from that last comment for hours while he figures out. Normally we have Logan in the background doing it.
That one's